The Don Juan, yes it is.
Beautiful how you've cleared the way with it, so it's not covered in.
It looks nice.
It does. It looks great.
Yeah.
It's going to do very well.
Raspberries. Goji. Avocado. Goji looks good. Rhubarb looks good. Yeah. Haskap looks good. And raspberry looks good. Horseradish. Onion. The horseradish looks really nice. Oh, a little apple tree. Hi, Mrs. V.
Hi.
Little fruit trees. What are you up to, Mrs. V? Oh. Broad bean. Garlic. Onion. Yeah. Lots of greens here. Lots. Yeah. Giant garlic here. Look at that puppy. She's huge. And some chard. And some horseradish and onions and garlic. And broad bean. And it just list goes on and on. Yeah. It's quite a show. Yeah. Yeah. Some rosemary. Yeah. And potato. Yeah. This is an apple I ate. It's not blooming yet, but it will. Here's a Fuji apple from Japan. And it's almost open. Hey, you got quite a few flowers on it. Fuji. Yeah. Here's some kale. Really nice kale. It's really nice. Yeah. And here's some lovage. The root of lovage is so tasty. It's absolutely gorgeous to eat. And here we have some leftover turnip tops or whatever it is, It's hard to say, but how he's going to eat them. Mm-hmm. Blueberry blossoms. Yeah, blueberry blossoms. And these are apple blossoms. This is a Johnny Gold apple. I ate it years ago. Yeah. Here's more blueberry. Lots of blueberry. I'm going to get lots of cherries this year, see? Look at all the cherries. It just finished blossoming. But this, I love this Johnny Gold apple. It looks like I'm going to get a lot of cherries and blueberries. Always lots of blueberries. More blueberries. Always do really good with the blueberries. Yeah. Yep. Bone. Interesting looking bone. Huh. Look at that. Italian plum, hey? It's quite extensive. She's loaded too. Yeah, really loaded. Another blueberry. This is a little sitting area. Yep. And the bay laurel. And then a plum. And that plum's loaded. Look at all the plums up there. And she's got a lot of plums on her. One year, I think it was last year or the year before, it was so loaded it was bent over this tree. Well, I had to shake some plums off. Yep, and more plum trees. Yep. It is beautiful here. Climbing rose. It's gorgeous. Yep. The lone daffodil, a King Alfred. There we go. King Alfred. Yep. And a jostaberry. Yep. Here's the fig going up the kiwi growing up the fig. And there's Mrs. V. Yeah. Here's the pear tree I rescued. It has a rose in it, you see? A rose there. Yes. And over here it has a grapevine, you see? A grapevine growing up into the pear tree. And that's what you want. You want a rose, climbing rose, a grapevine, a kiwi growing up, passion fruit, whatever it is. Yep. Here's my Magai agave. It's got little fruits, or sorry, pardon me, my green strawberry verte fig. Boy. Yeah. Oh boy. These are bushes, raspberry bushes all along here, you see. I put them there. And this is fig. It's a giant fig, I'll tell you. Woo. Yeah. Here is the pawpaw. This one here's the pawpaw. See? That grows on the eastern seaboard of the United States. It's a beautiful eating fruit. Yeah. Here's the climbing rose. And it climbs up into the plum tree. And here is the kiwi vine, see? See the kiwi vine? It grows up with the climbing rose into the tree. And you can see the fig or the kiwi leaves. You see them right there and there. And this is just loaded every year. I get a ton off of it. Yeah. And this is a plum, Italian plum here. There we go. You can barely see it. There we go. Italian plum. And the neighbor there, he's growing all kinds of fruit trees that I gave him. Look at his bucket garden over there. I just keep filling his pockets full of trees. And he has quite an extensive garden, food garden now. He has no choice with all the trees I give him. Let's go and have a peek at the neighbor. There he is. Look at that. I gave them this tree, but it was the previous owner. It was a plum tree. And then a lot of these trees I gave them. See them all over there? The red ones, the green ones. Blueberry bushes. See them all? I gave him those. Well, not all of them. He's bought some too. But very cool. Yeah, very cool. He wanted to keep some of his lawn. There's a goji up beside his fence. Yeah. Yeah. There's a Buddleia. Buddleia Davidii. And then there's the plum. This is a sumac. It's not quite out yet, but it will. And here's a Yakima plum. Opened up the gene pool on. Here's another plum tree. Here's the gooseberries. Let's see if it has any gooseberries. Hasn't been getting any. I've been a little worried about it. It should have had them. No, again, none. It didn't have many last year on this one, particular one. Here's another plum tree I ate. I ate this plum and then I grew it. And then same with that plum inside there. I don't know if you can see it over there in that little cage. I did that. I ate them, and they only grow small plums, but if you graft them to another tree, they'll grow bigger plum. But you're just trying to find what they are, looking for another plum. Here's another plum tree. Here's a sugar plum. The birds were hungry this year and pulled off, because this is the very first one to get blossoms, and they pulled off most of the blossoms. A few are on there, like here's one there, and there's one there, and here's a few actually. Oh look, there's a bunch right there too. So it does have a few more than last year, but the birds pulled them off, the blossoms. Here's the fence I put up here. Had to put it up. Yeah. Yeah. Here's the Italian plum, and she's quite extensive. And this is a peach plum here, which is very good peach plum. The soil here is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And look at all the sunchokes in here. Lots of them, just a wall. I'll have to get in and dig some up today. Yeah. This is grape. The grapevine now goes all in through here. It's a bit extensive. I'll have to chop and drop a little bit of the grapevine. Here's a Mirabelle plum. Oh, and she set fruit. Mirabelle plum. Beautiful yellow plum, French plum. It's absolutely gorgeous. I really like it. But yeah, there's this here Japanese pear apple. I ate it quite a long time ago. Oh, there's some morning glory. I think I'm going to move it. It doesn't like it here. Yeah, an autumn olive in there. And looks like I have some work to do here. It's rare to do work in the food forest, but it does happen. Yep. Yep. Wow. There's a fig here. Up there. There it is there, waving away. There's a fig. And thornless blackberry. See? There's no thorns on it, which is nice, but it's blooming. It gets a lot of blackberries, and big too. Really big blackberries. And here we have More thornless blackberry. And a plum tree. Look, there's an Italian plum tree there. I really like Italian plums. They're delicious. Yeah. And this is a tayberry here. Usually it's pretty loaded every year. Usually. It's a jungle here and it's still springtime. Well, I guess it's summer now. But most of Canada still has snow, and this is what we have here on southern Vancouver Island. It's beautiful. And this is a mulberry, and look at it. It has lots of mulberries. It's loaded. They taste good too. And this is an apricot tree that I ate. Yeah, I ate it. Oh, look at this hyacinth. Little bluebells. Yeah. And this is apricot. Oh yeah, there's some apricots there, see? They bloom quite early, so I'm hoping to get lots this year. It was a real cold winter. But here's the grapevines going through the apricot. But here you have mulberry. See the mulberry? Apricot, grape, all living together. And thimbleberry. These are thimbleberries. Oh, they're delicious. And here's the neighbor. None of this was here. I moved all these trees for her here, apple trees and stuff. But she's a bit crazy. You gotta stay away from her. She's not on her meds. A lunatic. Been difficult being her neighbor, I'll tell you. Yep. And here's another apple tree I ate. I ate this apple. You see this apple? I ate that apple tree. What kind I don't know. But I put it here. Something smells funny here. There's some hellebore there. Yep. Something smells funny here. Huh? But you see thimbleberries. It's quite and cherries. There's another cherry tree in here. Cherry and apple, everything all living together. And grapes. This is grape. More thimbleberry. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that.